MICAH Beats activated.
Welcome to Just Therapy, where we talk about life with a comedy twist. With your hosts, comedian Sean Boyd, Antonio Ferguson, and Miss KT. We talk about a whole bunch of shit from politics to people actually taking shits. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the therapy session. Man, this be dope. Make a motherfucker want to rap. I can't rap, man. Hold on, here we go. I can't rap. I really can't. But come sit down on the couch with us. Man, I can't rap. Come to the couch. Enjoy the show. Let's go. Just another day on the couch, talking about all the problems of today. Woo! Welcome to another episode of Just Therapy, the podcast. I'm your host, comedian Sean Boyd. It is another beautiful Monday evening, y'all. Like, literally, it is a beautiful evening outside. And, of course, I am joined by my co-host with the mostest, Miss BBC. What up, sis?
I'm great. How are you?
You know, being blessed, loving life. It was gorgeous outside today. Like, this is exactly what I wore to work today. Short sleeves with the throwback North Cackalack jersey on, you know what I'm saying, with some J's and some jeans. You know, I'll be trying to go into schools to let them know, yeah, hey, I'm old, but I still stay fresh, you know?
I get it. No, it was a nice day. I was driving. I saw a lot of kids going to school on their bikes and in shorts and everything like that. So, I mean, it was really a nice day. But I still, had my Timberlands put to the side because you never know it. Ohio, you know what I'm saying? You never know what you're going to get.
That is true. Very true. Because last week it was 60 degrees and then it snowed a little bit. But I digress. Ooh, excuse me. But yes, welcome back to another episode. We want to end your work Monday off on a high note on the couch with a little therapy. No, you don't. Because you know your tablet be too loud. Don't take it in there with you. Don't relax. Here, take that in there with you. You already know who I'm talking to, my co-host. All right, go ahead. Go do you. Talking about my real co-host. Y'all know how she be. Turn on the light. I'll turn on the light. But yes, it was a beautiful evening. Go, baby. So you use the bathroom on yourself. But it was a beautiful day. It's a beautiful evening. But let's get to it, man. Oh, real quick, big shout out to last week's guest. Scissors was in the building. Make sure you check out that episode on Spotify or watch it back on Just Therapy the Podcast on Facebook or YouTube. It was a great episode.
It was.
So it was good to have him on. But hey, no further ado, we got another fire guest coming in hot off the press. I made that up. Hot off the press. But listen, I'm excited. All right. Because we have the owner of Beyond Basic Fitness Coaching, Stephanie Murphy, in the building. What's going on?
Hey, everybody. Good evening.
Thank you for coming to the couch. How you feel?
I feel great, and I'm honored to be here. Thanks for the invite.
I'm so happy to see you.
Always a pleasure to see you, my love.
Yeah. So, well, I'm so glad to have you here. When you were like, yeah, I'll do it. I was so excited. I just was like, oh my God. And I always, just talk about like different things that I do. So when you were available and he was like, who are you? The guests will be doing? How's it going? I was like, yes. So he was really excited about it.
Yes. And because it's you. You're always there for me, and I just love your vibe, and so I figure anything that you're doing, I'm there. I'm very happy to meet Sean. I hadn't known of him, but I'm glad to have met him and on the show right now. Thanks, Sean.
Good to meet you. No problem at all. We like interesting guests on the show. Yeah, no doubt. So listen, let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. So let me ask you, what inspired you to start your own business?
Well, I didn't even really think of it as starting my own business. What happened, I'm not sure if you're aware, but I am in law enforcement.
Oh,
And
okay.
that that kind of sparked my um my interest in wanting to be more physically fit and getting into fitness and working out and things like that, because I had to go through physical agility. We had to pass state testing, this running, and I am not a runner. When I tell you, that was like one of the hardest things I've ever done. But so I got involved in law enforcement. I went on to the department, and then I would say probably about 8 years after I was on the job, I lost my brother to violence.
Ooh, okay, sorry to hear that.
Yes, my brother was killed, and he's next to me. I'm the oldest of four. He was the second oldest, and that just took a lot. It took a toll on our family. My sons, they adored my brother. They went through it really badly, and so, just trying to cope, trying to deal with the stresses. My mom, she was really having a hard time, with it because of the situation and how it happened.
Right.
But so just not with me being in law enforcement and then dealing with the death of a family member, the stress was like, phew, it's up
I
here.
bet. Yeah.
It was just like trying to go out every day, do the best that I can as an officer, dealing with the citizens, dealing with the crime, it was just a lot. So the gym that I had joined, they brought in a yoga teacher there,
Okay.
and she was just absolutely, I don't know her light, I don't know her energy, whatever it was that attracted me to this lady. After that first class, I was hooked. It was like, okay, yoga, I'm doing this. This is, put down the weights, put down everything else. If I don't do nothing else, I'm getting on my mat, I'm meditating, I'm stretching, I'm doing all the good stuff.
Right.
So I did that, and then after really getting into, being physically fit and learning yoga, and then after about a year or so, following her at her studio, she invited me to go to yoga teacher training and said, hey, I think you'd be a great teacher. And I'm like,
Nice.
what? Me teach anything? I was always that person that was shy. I didn't talk a lot.
Hmm.
I never saw myself or thought of myself teaching anybody anything.
Okay.
So I did it. I went through her training, wonderful training, wonderful, well rounded training. I really learned a lot. And after that, my passion was to, hey, a lot of other people need to learn this. They need to know the benefits of yoga. They need to know the benefits of fitness, and how good it'll make you feel, how good it is for you, how good it is for stress relief.
Right.
So with me having that in my heart and my spirit, I just wanted to pass it on to other people. So
Okay.
then I started going to gyms and teaching. I started going to fitness centers, rec centers. I was just teaching out of those. I was going to schools, teaching kids. So I'm like, let me, just go ahead and put a business behind this, put a label on it.
Okay.
So that's basically just how it started for me.
Okay. Great. Great. Real quick, we got some counters in the building. Sister Carol is in the building. She say, "Evening, folks. What up, sis?" Tony Ewell in the building. What up? He say, "Thank you for your service."
Thank
And
you.
Concrete Rose is in the building. What up, sis? Thanks for tuning in. All right.
Thank you.
So, okay. So with the so why fitness coaching? So you do fitness and yoga, correct?
Yeah, when I first started out, my LLC is Beyond Basics Fitness Coaching. So when I first started out, I would actually go to people's homes and train them.
Oh,
And that was a big passion for me because we have a lot of women that are, um, severely obese, okay, severely obese,
yeah.
who, when they go to the gym, they feel intimidated.
Right.
They feel that people are looking at them, they feel that they can't keep up. So, the reason why I started doing that was so I can go to them.
Mhm.
because look, I feel like everybody should be able to work out. And a lot of these women that the homes that I were going to, they really wanted to get into fitness and be healthier because they had, how we have those home gyms in the basement.
Yeah.
You got your treadmill, you got your bands, you got your
Yep.
balls, all that good
Yeah.
stuff in the basement, and it sits there and collects dust because we
Yes.
don't use it.
Absolutely.
So it would that works great for me because they had everything at home and I can train them right in their homes, put them on,
Nice.
fitness sessions. So that's where the Beyond Basics fitness coaching came from because I was actually going out and doing the fitness coaching, doing the home visits. I would meet people in gyms, just wherever. So
Okay.
now, so much that I'm older, getting up there in age, I've kind of slowed down a little bit on the training people, but the yoga is more of my focus now. And it's
Okay.
funny that you say that because I'm actually working with a young lady right now where I'm kind of rebranding myself. I'm going to keep the Beyond Basics fitness coaching, but I'm going to come up with a name, logo, and everything for all of my yoga. So I think it's time. I'm getting ready to retire, and really putting my focus towards my passion.
Nice, nice, nice. So since you mentioned yoga, what made you actually start doing yoga though?
Yeah, remember, like that teacher that I ran into. I
Yeah.
had never even thought about doing yoga because I'm just gonna be real about it. Yoga, it had that stigma of being something for skinny white women. It was just something in our community. What's yoga? We don't do that. And we look at it like I'll never be able to bend myself that way or do these.
Or
It's
stretch that way.
yes,
Yeah.
it just
Hmm.
wasn't something that we thought about. But then again, like I said, when I went to that class and I experienced what it really means and what it's about, I was
Okay.
instantly hooked. And I
Nice.
just felt like it's something that it needs to be shared. And I was just so happy to be able to bring it to our community to say, hey, you can do this no matter what size, what shape, what color,
Hmm.
it doesn't matter. Yoga is for everybody.
I like
No.
that. Like
So
that.
I've been experienced. Well, most times I am probably the biggest person in the class, and I feel like it doesn't matter because it's a no judgment zone.
No
Uh,
judgment.
and it's so freeing, and it's men that are there too. So I've
Mhm.
experienced it. Some of her helping, she actually helped me to, get back to walking regular again.
Hmm.
Because I had damaged my hip and my leg, whole right leg all the way, and they had me on a brace from up at my hip all the way down to my ankle, and I was just stiff, and I still was going to yoga. She was like, "Take it off, take the brace off." And between her and my chiropractor, um, I thought I would never walk again, and with that, so tell them, how the benefits of yoga helping the body, especially from the hips.
Right.
Hmm.
That's what I was just
Yes.
going to ask. Like, what are some of the positives of doing yoga?
First of all, doing yoga, and it's more than just physical, it's mental, right?
Right.
We have so many mental blockages that we put upon ourselves, and it
Absolutely.
restricts our ability to even think that we can do certain things. Just like what Chris was talking about with that brace on her leg. That brace was doing her more harm than it was doing her good because what she was doing, she was compensating. She was healed. She wasn't quite healed. She
Right.
was healing, but she was strong enough to where she really didn't need that brace.
Okay.
Where and what was happening was she was actually wearing out the other hip.
Right.
Okay, so she was
Absolutely.
hurting herself more than she was helping with that brace. So with her coming to yoga and allowing herself to stretch, to breathe into that area that was injured, all of that helps with the healing, right?
Okay.
So just the certain movements in yoga, especially like hip openers,
Mhm.
back bends, forward bends. You hear a lot of people that say they have issues with their low back, and you think automatically, well, it's just in my back. Why do I have to stretch the backs of my legs?
Shit.
Because your hamstrings, right, are a big reason why you have lower back problems. If you have really, really tight low back problems or even tight hips, it's going to cause you to have back problems. So
Hmm.
it all correlates. And what yoga means to unite. Okay, that's what
Okay.
the meaning of yoga means. So when we unite our breathing, which is very therapeutic. Okay, when we
Mhm.
sit down and we breathe, when we unite our thinking,
Okay.
the spiritual aspect of ourselves, because the spirit actually goes into it correlates with the mind. So when we focus on that, and then we also focus on the physical, and we bring all three of those together, it's just a very powerful healing practice. So
Okay.
yoga, when you're keeping yourself pliable, and I tell people all the time, one of the hip openers are probably one of my favorite exercises to utilize. I call it the fountain of youth. And I
Mhm.
call it that, why? Because when we look at an older person, what do we see in an older person, right? They tend to start to do like this,
Yeah, they bend
right?
over. Yep.
Yes, the spine folds, the shoulders go in, and the hips turn in,
Yeah.
right? But when we keep the spine erect, okay, a lot of yoga poses has a lot, we do a lot of spine work. And
Okay.
when we keep the hips open and learning how to keep the shoulders back and up, all of it's the fountain of youth. It keeps all of that from digressing, right?
Okay.
So that's why I tell you, if you don't do anything but get on your mat and breathe and just pull those shoulders back, let your heart come forward, and keep those hips open, you're doing a great service to your body.
There you
You know,
go.
when she
Nice.
pull your shoulders back, shine. You pulled your shoulders
Yeah, he said back.
back.
Yeah.
Just, well,
Yes.
feel that difference. I saw you. I was like, oh, I try not to laugh. And
Yeah.
see the
I mean, it's like she was like, put them shoulders back. So you subconsciously
Yes.
put them shoulders back. Shit,
Yeah.
no, that's what's up. So I
Yeah.
don't think I even need to ask this next question. What do you like better, fitness coaching or yoga instructor? I mean, to me, what you was just talking about and just the first 10 minutes of us talking, I mean, that's obvious yoga, right?
Yeah, yoga is it's really been my lifeline. I mentioned to you about my brother
Mhm.
was killed by violence. My sister was also killed by violence.
Oh, sorry to hear
Um,
that.
and it's like, and not to mention my sister, her daughter just a year and a half ago, was that, Chris? Or going on about a year, she was also killed by violence. So for me,
story.
it became a time in my life where I just wanted to withdraw from people. I didn't
Right.
trust people. I thought everybody was just mean. I started to lose faith in all humanity,
Yeah.
period, because I'm like, why are we so cruel to each other? I don't even think animals
Very,
are as cruel as it.
very, nowhere
We
near, nowhere near.
why are we so cruel to each other? So
Nowhere near. And I be
and then,
trying to tell these kids that every
yes,
single day. I'm like,
yes,
be kinder to one another, smile a little bit more,
yes.
laugh a little bit more, because you never really know what that person
Yeah.
sitting next to you is going through.
Exactly. Exactly. You hear about these people snapping and they go to their point. And I can absolutely relate to that, because there has been times when I've just dealt with like little minor things out here at work or whatever. And emotionally, I couldn't handle it,
Right.
and that takes that's from holding all of that
Ian.
that hurt. Yes, all of that that hurt, that I mean, seriously, just torn apart, like you losing family members like that. It was four of us, so now it's just me and my brother, and it's,
Mm.
I miss my brother and sister, I miss my niece, I miss them every single day. And so when we withhold those types of feelings, and it goes in stages. It's, you're hurt, then becomes anger, and then you're mad at everything and everybody. Don't talk to me, da, da, da. Yoga has literally been my lifeline, because I can come to
Mm.
my mat, I can relate to what's on with me internally, address it, and let
Yeah,
it come out, and let me continue to be my true self, because I'm not that person. I'm not
Right.
that person to be mean to anybody. I'm not that person to want to hurt anybody.
Right.
But, that's why I say you never know who you're dealing with, because there's that
Never.
fine line. You don't know, and hey, it is what it is. So,
You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. I couldn't have said it better myself. That's definitely great advice. So let me ask you this: what advice would you give someone to start either like that fitness journey or that yoga journey? What kind of advice would you give to somebody that is thinking about starting a fitness journey and a yoga journey?
My best advice to someone is thinking about starting a fitness journey to be healthier,
Okay.
however way that they need to be healthier, is to find something that they like to do. Because you can go out here, join a gym, take any kind of class, do any kind of workout, sign up for it, pay your money for this, pay your money for that, and don't enjoy it, you're not going to stick with it. You're not going to
Absolutely.
stick with it. So you have to find something that you really, truly enjoy doing, and realize that fitness does not have to be rigorous.
Mhm.
Fitness does not have to hurt. It doesn't have to be any of that. You can go on a beautiful day like today, find your favorite place to go walk and go walk. That's fitness, okay? That's
Mhm.
getting off your tush, getting off the couch, getting out the bed, stop shoving your face with bad food and working your body, keeping your heart pumping, your blood pumping, just doing something, just movement.
Mhm.
So just do something that you really enjoy doing.
Absolutely. That's great. That is great information. So let me ask you this. Can I get a discount on a yoga class?
Hey, Chris knows how I am. You can come for free. Your
Because
first
like
class fee. Come
I
on.
definitely need to stretch more, and
Yes.
especially with the lower back stuff. I know when I stretch and stretch the hamstrings out, it doesn't hurt as bad. But
Mm-hmm.
being 6'2", you get a lot of lower back pain. You know what I'm saying? Because you
Yes.
don't stretch as much, and
Yes.
then you're getting older, so you got to stretch even more. But
Mm-hmm.
I definitely thought about trying yoga, and especially just the meditation part. Like I
Oh
meditated
yeah.
every morning, meditate and pray, but just to
Mm-hmm.
add something with it, with the stretching, I think would be great.
Absolutely. You're more than welcome to come to class.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Okay. Okay.
Where's the studio located at? Tell everybody.
I
So
right now I'm at the yoga room at 2026 Murray Hill, room 208.
okay,
Is a quaint, simple studio, but it's nice. The energy there, I'm telling you, when people come in, it's just that instant energy of like everybody just
oh, you back?
I can't hear you.
We can't hear you. I don't know what happened. Nope, we can't hear you. I don't know. It just cut out on us.
Yeah.
She was dropping them gems.
Yeah, no, in her studio, it has natural light and it's very just, it's a beautiful studio. No.
Are you back? Nope, we still can't hear you for some reason. And you're not on mute either. Can you hear us? Yeah, for some reason I don't know what it is, but you're not on mute, so I don't know. Let me mute you and then unmute you. Nope. Mm-mm. If you jump out and come back in, maybe that'll fix it. But I don't know what happened. It went blank, and then we didn't hear you anymore. And you was dropping them gems, girl.
Yeah, go out and come back in.
Yeah, we'll wait for you. Yeah, I'm definitely go take her up on taking a class, definitely, because like
Help my body so much. And, me being plus size, I've always been double jointed, but having accidents and being sick, being taken to the bed, your ligaments start to. That's why I tell people stretch every morning. Some people think I'm feeling fat in my belly or whatever like that. But sometimes if you do a nice stretch, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, your body will stretch out. How is it now?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
yes.
I just had to, on my phone, I guess when somebody calls, it knocks me out. So I put the
Yeah.
do not disturb on. So
Yeah, it does that, especially when you're using your phone. It's
that was
okay.
my mommy calling me. So I had to call her back. I'll be like, you messed up my podcast. No.
Right. Okay. So tell us where the studio at again, and then what you were saying after that.
The studio is located at 2026 Murray Hill, room
Okay.
208. It's called the Yoga Room. And like I said, it's a quaint studio, but the energy there, people walk in, like I said, people feel like, everybody there feels like they belong there. And
Right.
if that makes sense.
That's good.
So, yeah, it's a whole vibe. Everybody, we get in there and vibe. The energy is just on point. We get some good music going. We get some good breath going. And it's really a good time.
She just had we had last year, the African drum yoga.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A guy come in and he played that. African drums and different levels of um, vibration and dance, energy,
Yes.
African culture.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
amazing. We were all out in the hallway, and
Nice.
but
Yeah, that was a good time.
Nice.
people
So
came.
let me ask you this. What's one of the funniest stories from the yoga room? Can you give us one? Because I mean, you always see on movies where they, they don't want to go to the yoga and then they do this and then they end up farting or whatever. But
Oh
what's
my
one,
gosh.
what's
That's
one of your funny stories of a yoga instructor?
okay, I'm gonna tell you the story. I'm not gonna mention his name because I probably don't
Yeah,
have
no
permission.
names. You
Yeah.
don't gotta out
Okay.
somebody. We just
Because I
talking
like to,
about.
because Chris probably know who I'm talking about. But I was at another studio, and myself and the owner of the studio, we were setting up, getting ready to start class,
Okay.
and we were right in the entryway. We were standing like where she sells all of the products and everything, and this guy walks in, right? So
Uh-huh.
this guy walks in with this weird hat on, and he's smelling like crazy weed, and he just just kind of really disheveled looking, He
Right.
walks in, he goes, "Is this the yoga class?" And me and the owner, we kind of both just looked at each other, and not to say we don't have guys that come to class, but he was just a very distinct looking young man. And we both looked at each other, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, should I be going to my purse or like what? Like, what's going on? This dude. So he comes in, he had his little mat with him. No, actually, I take that back. He did not have a mat. He walked in, he was like, "Well, I need a mat." So we gave him a mat. He sat down. He was the very first person there, and we just had no idea how to take this dude because here he is. He smelled like he'd been smoking weed all morning, right?
Right.
And it was just such a, it was refreshing. It's always refreshing to have the men walk in class. Period. Like, we love to have the men in class. My significant other comes to class every Sunday, but.
Nice.
And this dude, he had been coming to my class over a year, like ever since. Now he's branched off, and guess what he is?
A yoga
He's a
instructor.
yoga instructor.
Wow, that's
Yes.
dope. That's dope. That's dope.
He
I
is a
like.
yoga instructor, and he is the sweetest, kindest person. He is just a whole vibe himself. But
Nice.
we just did not know how to take that dude when he walked in that day. It was just like,
Had the
wow.
whole class smelling like
Whole
ganja.
class smelling like good. People, you're like, what is that?
So
That's
amazing.
good. Okay, he good. He cool. That's what's up.
Right.
Oh, I like that. So what's next for you?
Um, in what way?
As far as yoga, fitness, because I know you said you was retiring soon.
Yes.
Like, what's next? What's your next move? What you got?
So I plan on retiring in November.
Okay.
And what's next for me? I plan on seeing a lot of beaches, some sand, some blue skies, teaching classes on the beach in retreats. That's what's next for me.
Nice.
Also my goal is hopefully I can open up my own two doors.
There
So,
you go.
yeah.
There you go.
So
I like
that's
that.
that's my focus.
There you go. That's what's up. That's what's up. But Stephanie, I appreciate you coming to the couch. Go and give everybody your social media so they can find you and come to a class.
Sure. My social media on Instagram is Miss Beyond Basics Fit. That's Instagram. And on Facebook, I am Stephanie Murphy. This is my name. And on TikTok, what am I? I'm Miss Beyond Basics Fit on TikTok as well. So,
All right. All right. Definitely dope. That's dope. I like it. I like it. Thank you so much for coming to the couch. Don't go nowhere. Stick around.
thank
We can go
you.
into the regular that we do. So we always like to start with a recap and see what happened during our weekend and all that good shit. I'll go ahead and start us off. So Thursday, Lil Mama got picked up. And so I got a chance to go to Revival of the Mic. Some of the sisters of the couch got to come out. I mean, excuse me, they do a poetry night at Jilly's Music Room, and they've been doing it for 3 months, I believe. They came to the show, they came on the couch and promoted it before their first event. But I was never able to go because this one right here, I got full custody, so it's all about her. But I was able to go Thursday, and I'm so happy I did. It was so amazing. The poetry was on fire. It was
Oh,
so on
wow.
point. The vibe was dope. And me being me, I'm always talking, talking shit, but because they like most of them, like especially Ebony Red, Concrete, Reality was there. I just met Dez, aka Medusa, and then the other lady, from the podcast. But the other three know me like personally. And me just talking shit. Like the host was Tamiko, so I ain't seen her in a minute. So it was good to see family, and like I said, me being me, I was talking junk. I'm like, I mean, if y'all need to fill a spot, you know what I'm saying? I tell some jokes, I ain't got no problem with that. And they was like, oh, for real? And I'm like, yeah. They was like, you want to open up the show? I'm like, hey, tell me what's up. I'm down. So I opened up the show. I did like 5-7 minutes, maybe. And I had a laugh and doing my thing, but it was cool. And then like I said, the poetry was amazing. Like
Wow.
literally. And it was just good to see some of the poetry family. I was hitting them. I told them off top. I was like, I'm gonna hit you with some rewinds, and like, man, it was just, it was a total vibe. So if you ever get a chance, it's always the last Thursday of the month. Go down to Jilly's Music Room. It's only $10 cover, and it is worth every penny because they bring it. So it was great. So that was my Thursday. Friday. I had a lot going on this weekend. Friday, somebody called me collect from Medina County Jail, and I'm like, oh man, and it's almost like I knew who it was. And so as soon as I picked up, after put my credit card in so I can pay for this damn collect call,
Wow.
I was just like, motherfucker. And it's like, man, I'm sorry, man, blah blah blah. Can you come get me when I get out? I'm like, I got you, right? So I had to go get him, then take him to a police station so they can get escorted back to the house so they can get some stuff out of the house. Then they was like, I need another favor. Can I stay with you for a little bit? And I'm like, what's a little bit? And they like, I don't know. I'm like, well, I give you the weekend, but that's all I can give you is the weekend. Like I'm a single dad, man. I don't live with nobody but my daughter. Like, and that's on purpose. You feel me? So I had them come out Friday because, my girl was like, don't leave them by themselves because, they going through some stuff. And I'm like, well, I'll take the clip, just in case, I'll take my clip with me so they can't, access it just in case they looking around, But so I was like, all right, just, come have a good time, laugh, get out. And oh my God, it was a lot. It was like, that's all I'm gonna say. It was a lot.
Sounds for that and just put stress in my belly. And I don't even know what the and is, but it sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot. I was disappointed in the how they acted in public. Very disappointed because I'm going to a comedy show, right? I had a comedy show on Friday.
Right.
Beautiful comedy show, great room. It was the Diamond 8 Lounge on 34th and St. Clair. So beautiful venue. And it like the atmosphere was dope. The comics was dope. Everybody did their thing. I went up and showed my ass like I usually do. But the simple fact I was babysitting a grown ass man, and that's just something you don't want to do, So but the show was good. Babysitting was not, not at all. So Saturday came along. Motherfuckers stayed in their room the whole Saturday. I was waiting on the apology because I'm like, what the fuck? Because it was just that out of hand. So Saturday come around, my girl came through. We went to dinner, had a lovely dinner, hung out, drunk some wine. Then my dude that does my vape juice, he had a concert at a place in Kent, which is it was 7 minutes from the house. So I finally got to go out and support his band, which was dope and amazing. Like his band is dope. It's I love music. I call it jazz fusion. Like that's what I call it, but it's more psychedelic, I guess. But it was dope. And then the headliner band was I hear you, girl. Give me a second. The headliner band was a cover band for the Grateful Dead. And so we probably heard one song, two songs, and then we left because it just wasn't my cup of tea. But it was an artist there that was painting during the first set where my dudes was up, and the painting was so amazing. We like watching him vibing to the music, and the painting was like beautiful. And I wanted to see what he did with the last painting, but like the music was just too much because it kind of turned into like a hootenanny. It was a bunch of hippies, and we was laughing at how they was dancing, but they was moving, you know, having a good time. So, you know, kudos to them. But I love people watching, and it was hilarious. And then yesterday, just chilled, just relaxed. And then today, you know, it is what it is. Miss BBC, how was your weekend?
My weekend was it was a lot. So Powell Concrete, I'm so sorry. I wanted to be at your event. I planned to. Somehow I ended up messing up my schedule, and I had to work the rest of the evening, and I totally forgot. It was Thursday. The week went so fast. So Thursday I drove all night doing Uber. And on Friday, I was so tired because I had personal training that day, which is at 5 o'clock in the morning. I drove right after personal training. Like I didn't even go to the house to shower or nothing. Like I got right on the road and started driving. And my car started making this weird noise. All of a sudden the oil light came on, and I had to get that taken care of, which I got done for free because it was at the mishap of somebody putting my oil filter on wrong, and the oil had been leaking out or whatever. So whole process with that. I slept and you know, I really don't sleep. I don't know, both of you know, but I know Stephanie, she know, like, it's really hard for me to sleep. Like I'm, you know, my eyes pop open anytime I try to get rest. So I'm like, okay. I laid around, like, you know, I woke up at 8 o'clock Saturday morning, which never happens. My eyes always pop open at 4 o'clock, no matter what time I go to sleep. And I didn't get on the road till 12. I had an event that I was supposed to attend with Carlos Jones and the Plus Band and the Arc Band. Carlos Jones and the Arc Band. And everybody was calling me like, oh my God, I can't wait to see you. I know you're going to take the stage. I know you're going to take it back. Like hundreds of people. And it was crazy. And I wasn't able to make it. I ended up, because it was so slow on Saturday, I ended up doing Uber Eats too. So I'm way out in Stowe and Akron. Oh, on Friday, I drove all the way to Columbus. I had a ride all the way to Columbus because Uber is connected with Provider Ride. So if people go to the treatment centers out in Columbus, they hire us to go do it. So I got a ride all the way, but, you know, it was a good fee. So, like, you know, I drove all the way out there, then, you know, stuff, whatever. So
I have to cut you off. How much is that fee? Because I don't think it's a good fee.
It was $157.
Oh, that ain't too bad. Okay, I digress. Go ahead, finish your story. Sorry.
To me, I felt like it should have been more, but you know what I'm saying? That's still good. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't even bust my time. So say I do Uber Eats. I get to the restaurant. I'm waiting. Not ready. And I had to wait 40 minutes. So in 40 minutes, doing passengers, I could do 3 rides, you know what I'm saying, in that time and make like $50 versus sitting there for this one ride that wasn't even that much. So I don't know if you don't know me, when I get sleepy, I get real goofy or I get real affectionate, like I rub. So I'm rubbing my thighs and rubbing my belly. I always do that. You know, most times my belly is out. So I'm watching the people move. And then I'm a music coach, so I'm like putting music to everything that's going on, people coming in and everything, and I'm just like, and I don't even realize I'm doing it, and I just happen to just tilt my head over to the side. It's this guy waiting on his food too, and I guess he's been DoorDash, so he in there like, and just wait or whatever. So I'm like, okay, act like you didn't see him. Look back over, keep going. Finally, my food gets ready. So I get up, she's like, oh my God, I'm sorry, but my mom, she give me a free drink, whatever. I'm like, it is what it is. Because me and her were talking in between, you know, the busyness. Next thing I know, I hear boom, 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 this hustle and bustle. And it freaked me out because it was it was like somebody was coming for me. And it's like the way the restaurant is made, you gotta go out into this hallway, like an alleyway, and then it's a door. So I'm so afraid because I don't uptight because I'm thinking I'm about to get robbed. And by the time I turn around, I'm in his chest. And he like, oh, please, please, no, 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 please don't hurt me, don't hurt me. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you up? And his body on my body. So I'm like, what you doing? What you doing? And I'm scared. I'm peeing on my.
Oh wow.
Now my father, I'm a person. Hey, shoot first, ask questions later. But something stopped me from triggering my finger.
I'm so happy you did.
I'm so happy I did. He was like, I was just trying to hold the door for you. I'm like, you're all up on my ass. Why are you on me? And I'm in aggressive mode because I'm in protection mode. And he like, I just wanted to hold the door for him. I was like, you're all up on my ass. He gonna say, I can't help it. It's so big. Like, this motherfucker just called me.
God, Chris.
And he was so now I'm like putting it down. I put it in everybody's like people trying to come to see what's going on. And I put it, in back in my, thing here. Because people don't think because I don't have clothes on or you see me looking skimpy, I got them everywhere. I'm protected. Because I'm working, I'm out here working. I'm a woman, He was
I
so
was just gonna ask you that. Are you carrying protection when you're out there doing that?
and so he oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm like, he like, I just wanted to hold the door for you. And I'm like, he like, this women don't want me to hold the door. I said, what you saw me walk, you were at the door. I had to walk down. So when you seen me coming down, you could have got up and opened the door. You could have said, hold on, sister, don't touch that door. Anything. I'm like, I love chivalry. I like that. I'm the most dainty, big body woman. I might look muscular and everything like that, but please open the door for me. Please give me flowers. I said, I like that, but you're running up behind me. It is dark outside. I'm a woman. I'm like, you could have handled that much better than you did because this almost been a different night for me and you. I said, and that's not good. I was like, so present yourself better. However, because it was the hustle and bustle that scared me. I didn't even see him at first. I just heard somebody running up behind me, and I'm in this little alleyway or whatever. Freaked me out so bad. So I literally dropped the food off and got off the road. And I was supposed to work like 2 more hours. I didn't get to go to the show. And I came home, went to sleep, and just got up the next morning, did some stretches, stretching my body out, whatever like that. I had like this heaviness on me. Got back out on the road and then ended up in the studio, and I might have a new background singer. Okay. So done that, and that was it.
I'm just so happy you ain't shoot that dude. I'm so happy you didn't shoot that dude because you probably wouldn't have been on the podcast today if you did. So
I know.
That morning, after I meditated that morning, I actually vomited because the pressure of all, I guess once it all really came down.
Yeah.
About it, you know what I'm saying? That was and it wasn't even the fact that I don't know if I would have trying to stuff nice, but it didn't know if I would have done that, that would have destroyed me mentally and emotionally.
Right. Man, that's crazy. Stephanie, how was your weekend? Hopefully you ain't have to up pipe on nobody. Well, you're in law enforcement. My bad. Sorry.
That's what I can't wait to November to retire because my weekends I did doubles. So I worked from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday and 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Saturday. Sundays, I'm off. So my Sundays, I was I had my grandbaby, and I teach my class, and I get my grandbaby, and we have fun around the house. So
Nice.
I'm kind of like a little boring person. I really don't get out and do
Oh,
much, but yeah. But my weekend's been taken up by my 9 to 5. It's coming to and that's, don't get me wrong. I've loved my career for the past 25 years. I've absolutely loved it. Really loved what I did. But it's just at that point right now. It's
you
just
done.
yeah, I see the light at the end of the
There
tunnel.
you
So
go. That's what's
yeah.
up. That's what's up. That's what's up. I get it. All right, let's get into it. We always like to do a childhood memory. We like to, for you, our cultures, to get into our past like you do every week, but we like you to get into our guest past as well. So we like to give a childhood memory. BBC is banned from giving crazy childhood memories. She only can give funny childhood memories, and she still messed it up last week. But Stephanie, you can give a funny or crazy childhood memory. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. But I'll start us off.
Okay.
My childhood memory this week, and I was thinking about it. I meant to write it down because like I got so many childhood memories. It's been 3 years. It'll be 3 years, March 10th, of doing this show. And we've been doing childhood memories since the beginning. And I've had a different childhood memory every single week, which is nuts to even think about. But
Right.
so my childhood memory this week is going to be, I got one. So my childhood memory about this week is going to be about when, you know what, I think did I tell this one when my brother was on? Damn it. So I'm going to tell it. So I'm going to talk about when my brother told on me that I was smoking weed. Okay. So I used to be a big weed head. Not anymore. Than like 11 or 12 years, about 11 years, almost 11 years where I stopped. Just got tired of it. And I'm content with not, and then now they make it legalized, which is bullshit. But either way. So it was a spring break and everybody hanging out, we kicking it, we up the street, we like 2 doors up the hill. And we playing spades, and I'm talking shit. I'm smacking the cars down because, like, I definitely a spades player. My parents taught us, and we was good at it. Me and my brother was always on teams, and we outside. It's spring break, weather is nice, and one of the OGs and another OG, they had like a couple pounds on them, and they just twisting up, right? And I smoked with my brother there, right? And he didn't know I smoked. He might have smelled it, might have thought I smoked, but I'm like refraining from it because they like go to pass me the blunt. I'm like, man, you tripping, like, trying to play it off. And so they passing around, and then my brother like, man, you can hit it if you want to. And I'm like, for real? Like, you ain't gonna tell on me? No, man, I ain't gonna say nothing, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, shit, give me that motherfucking blunt. So we up there smoking, talking shit, getting high, all that shit, right? And then one day, like right during that spring break, I come in the house, right? And my mom like, hey, let me talk to you. And I'm like, what's up? And she like, sit down. And I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? So she say, are you smoking weed? And I'm like, no, what you talking about? And she like, you sure? And I'm like, no, I ain't smoking no weed. What you talking about? I don't smoke no weed, blah, blah, blah. Now, mind you, my mom was a registered nurse. She worked in the psychiatric ward for the adults and the kids, right?
Okay.
She started telling me weed is, a gateway drug. It leads people to do other things and to get hooked and to do this and do that. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, I'm stronger than them, ma. Like, y'all raised us better than that. Like, I'm not susceptible to that bullshit. Like, I'm definitely stronger than that, which I always been. But she was like, because like I don't want to have to put you in rehab. And I'm like, wait, what? You gonna put me in rehab for weed? Like, so like every time I think about this story, like Half Baked wasn't out, but it always makes me think of Half Baked when I go back to it. Like, you gonna put me in rehab for weed? Like, and then I get in there and they gonna be like, you ever suck dick for weed? Like, no. Like, even though it is addictive, it is very addictive. But so that's my childhood memory. My brother snitched on me and told my parents that I was smoking weed. I didn't get my ass whooped, thankfully, but I still kept smoking weed after after that anyway, but that's my childhood memory. BBC, give us something funny, something enlightful, something that's we can be all lovey-dovey about.
I'm gonna give you a childhood memory. I'm gonna give you from my daughter, from when my daughter was little. Because I was young when I had my daughter, but
Okay.
um, my daughter used to love chicken nuggets, right? And it was so funny and it was so cute because I think it's before she found out that meat actually came from animals. So we were doing like a little learning lesson, and I was saying, chicken. What does it? You remember what's the thing that you pull a string and then you're like, yeah, what chicken?
Oh
Chicken.
yeah, that round
Oh, the
thing.
round thing. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
can't think of the name of it.
So then I'm teaching her lessons about animals or whatever, and so then I'm like, yes, chicken. I said, chicken. What's the chicken say? So she's like, chicken say quack quack, whatever, and I'm like, yes,
The duck.
chicken. Chicken nuggets come from, and she like her face was like what? Mind you, she a baby. She like 2. So then I'm telling her like, okay, cow. What's the cow say? So now she's in her head because she was she an overthinker, very young, and then she had a seizure disorder, but she was very very intelligent. So she was like, oh, like, but she like, now what you gonna say about the cow? And so I was like, cows are where cheeseburgers. My baby, my baby. Oh shit. My baby was like her eyes, like she was so devastated.
Yeah.
So she used to always go over her grandparents' house. And her grandmother lived out of town, but she actually lived in Akron. So she would like go and be with her and everything. So her grandmother couldn't get her to eat. She's like, she's not eating anything. Like I can't get her to. I bought her favorite. She got all nuggets and everything. My baby was like, no, 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 no. She was crying so hard that her grandma was trying to get her to eat the chicken. And she loved the chicken and she loved the cow and she loved all the animals so much that she had stopped eating meat for like 5 years. And I
Wow.
was the cutest thing. But she would only eat vegetables, only eat side dishes and everything. And people just like, look at that baby eating all her vegetables. I've never seen a child eat vegetables like that before because she knew that she was not going to eat any more chickens, any more cows, or anything that had to do with animals.
Yeah.
Now, is she a vegan now, or she partake?
Yeah. But she doesn't eat, like, she don't like pork. She
Okay.
doesn't eat, shrimp and stuff like that because, just, cultural reasons or whatever.
All right.
But she is very serious. Like she was very serious then. Like she would eat. Oh gosh, she was like, I think she was almost, oh goodness, about 6 years old when she first started eating meat again.
Okay. Well, kudos to Miss BBC. That was a great childhood memory, even though it was about her daughter, but she said she was young when she had her. Because her shit, you'd be like, oh, it's about to be funny. Then it take a turn. Like you'd be like, oh, what the fuck? But thank you.
Yes.
All right, Stephanie, give us a childhood memory. It can be funny or crazy. Go ahead.
I the I had to think of these stories. I'm like, oh my goodness, which one do I have? I would have to say I think I was about 10 years old, and it was over the summer, and this is the first time I ever went to camp. My mom sent me away to camp, and it was Camp Hope, as a matter of fact. And I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go. I just grew up. I was just this being the oldest. I don't know. I was just this introvert type of kid. Leave me alone. I could find things to do by myself to entertain myself. I wasn't. I had a best friend. She lived about 6 houses down from me. I spent a lot of time with her. Her mom. We would go to church a lot. She would, have Bible studies and church in the backyard, that type of thing. We sit at the piano in our house and we sing and things like that. So, but my mom signed me up to go to camp along with my best friend. So we both went. And I want to say this was the second night. We were there for a week. We were actually there for 7 days. And again, mind you, I'm 10 years old, never been away from home like that. I want to say it was either on the second night or the third night. We were all in bunkies, and maybe it was probably about 6 girls, 6 to 8 girls to a room.
Mm-hmm.
And to this day, I remember this, and I kind of felt so bad for doing it. But I got so homesick. You know, the girls were talking about something. I got so homesick, I started crying. I mean, bawling like loud. And my best friend was like, "What are you crying for?" Because she was a year older than me. She was like, "What are you crying for?" I'm like, "I want to go home. I don't want to be here." And not knowing there was a couple of other young ladies in there that felt the same way I did. And then
Oh
next thing
snap!
you know, they started crying. And then the next one started crying. And before just about all of the girls in the room started crying, and here my best friend, because she was like that, she was a Taurus, okay? So she was
Yeah,
like, "What's up with y'all?
let's
What's up?"
kick
She
it
was like,
right.
"Would y'all shut up? Y'all sound like a bunch of hyenas." And we
Everybody
had
was
the
homesick. Y'all like, I want to
we
go
were
home.
all homesick. The whole cabin,
Oh,
we were
that's
just
funny.
boo-hooing, just crying, like, "I want my mommy. I want to go home."
That's
So
funny.
that just stuck with me with that. I mean, it was
Hey,
it
that's
was crazy.
funny. That's
Yeah,
funny.
that really stuck out with me as far as childhood memories.
That's funny.
When you started crying, they was like, if she crying, I'm about to cry.
Yeah, like I just felt like, oh boy, like it's almost like I stopped crying because everybody started
Right,
crying. Like,
right.
when
Because
did I
everybody else started
start?
crying. Right.
Yeah, like when did
That's
I
hilarious.
start?
Hey,
Yeah,
that's funny. All right, let's
yeah,
go to one of my favorite subjects, flowers while they're still here. Instead of being conditioned like so many of us are to give flowers while they dead and gone, we like to give people flowers so they can still smell those roses. So my flowers this week are going to go to my Pomp family, Pieces of Me Productions family. So this, like I said, Friday we had a show. It was put on by one of the people I started doing plays with, Phil Southall. Actually, his birthday was Saturday, so happy birthday to you, brother. But like he had Mel Yarbrough host the show, and she was the person that always wrote the plays and did the production and the producer of the plays. And for her to never do comedy, she did a great job hosting a comedy show. It was like very refreshing. She was just having fun and she got better as it went along because she just got more comfortable. So kudos to her. And then two of our acting mates, E. Beasy, friend of the couch, and Rajia, Gigi, they came out to support. So it was good to see them. We took a picture and we did a shot afterwards, and I was like, yeah, I'm like, I was like, toast to us being here and it's us not at a funeral, just hanging out. And Gigi was like, she was like, damn, that's dark. I'm just saying, like, we middle age now, so
yeah,
some people don't hook up until it's a funeral, and I like to hook up with people and give people flowers while they still here. So it was good to see all of them, big support from them. And like I said, it was a fabulous show. Mel did her thing, Phil did his thing by putting it on, and then Eric and Gigi came out and supported. So they getting their flowers just for being who they are and being so real. So y'all getting y'all flowers. Pomp, I love y'all to death. All right. So Miss BBC, you want to get flowers next?
Let's Stephanie go first.
Okay,
Oh, you want
Stephanie,
me
you
to go
want to get
first?
some flowers too.
Okay, I'm gonna say, and it sounds like almost like it should be a given, but I'm gonna say I'm giving flowers to my mama because she has, I mean, and I give her flowers for Mother's Day and birthday and things like that, but I'm going to continue to give her flowers as long as I can give her flowers and
There
her
you go.
kudos. My mama, I got to say, she was one of the strongest women I knew. She raised us, she went through a lot, and but then after, again, like I explained the story of losing, I could never imagine losing two of my children.
Not at all.
You always think you go before your children, so I
Yep.
could never imagine that. And what she's going through now, that's basically affected some of her um mental faculties and things like that. And it's hard seeing her deteriorate that way. But realizing what she's actually gone through and checking in with me and dealing with it and trying the understanding, between it, because it's hard when if you don't keep anything as you grow older. I pray that I just keep my mental faculties, because you start not remembering your families, not remembering your loved ones and things
Yeah,
like that. It's very heartbreaking, and it's almost kind of hard to fathom why they think the way they're thinking, because it just doesn't seem reasonable.
right.
So definitely keep giving my mama her flowers.
Hey, well deserved. Mama Murphy, you getting your
Yes.
flowers today. Well
Yes.
deserved. That's what's up.
Yes.
And BBC, I love the fact that you be sprinkling the flowers. I love that. I love it. Keep doing that.
Yes.
I love that
Um,
part.
yeah, so I want to get, well, as you know, this month is Women's Month.
Hey, happy Women's History Month,
Yes, it
ladies.
is. Thank you.
I want to start off by giving my flowers to all women um, that are in the earth, that are
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Let me stop. Go ahead.
mothers by nature. But Stephanie, definitely to you as a woman, you are so beautiful and so amazing. Your heart is sweet. Know that, you've been through a lot, you go through a lot, you deal with a lot. But I remember when I could not stand police officers and I first saw you in your uniform, because I were police officers and we had already connected after that. And I was like, no,
Did you want to start crying? I want to go home.
Peter,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I was like so mad, like, no, I don't like police officers, but I love you. How could you do this to me? I was
Yes.
so but
I remember that when you told me that, I'm like, oh boy.
yeah,
And I don't want to cut you off and what you, but that's another thing, going through that, wearing that uniform and people actually knowing who I am, because you wouldn't believe how people actually judge you just from that. Like, you don't even
Mhm.
know me, you don't know my heart, you don't know who I am. And I took this job to do better, for the community, and it can be hurtful sometimes to have people judge you in that way, give you dirty looks just because you're
Yeah,
wearing that uniform.
absolutely. I see
somebody
you wearing it.
before I saw your uniform and I already saw your heart, I already experienced your life, and everything like that. So I definitely want to give my flowers to you, to
Oh,
the world that, we go through struggles together, but we keep going, that, and tell them that, you don't always have to be strong woman, strong Black woman, strong. We are humans and we are allowed to feel, we are allowed to love, we are allowed to hurt. So
mhm.
flowers go out to you and women like you in the world. Please
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Like those
Thank
flowers.
you.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
Thank you.
All right. So I think it's a good place to do our one and only sponsor break. Please don't go. Hey, BBC, go out and come back in. Your audio kind of going in and out. So just to give you a heads up on that. But yes, kudos to all the women. Happy Women's History Month. All the flowers is well deserved. But that would be a great place to take our one and only sponsor break. We got to pay some bills. Don't go nowhere. More Just Therapy. More Stephanie Murphy on deck. And I'm telling you, we got some good topics coming up for your ass. So don't go nowhere. I'm your host, comedian Sean Boyd, and I'm taking us to break, baby.
Primal Screen in Kent, Ohio. For all your screen printing and embroidery needs. Quality work, on time, fair prices. For more information, call 330-677-1766. Again, 330-677-1766. Or check us out online, primalscreenprinting.com. If you mention a podcast, you get 5% off. Peace.
Custom Design Aquariums, where we bring your aquatic dreams to life. With your help, using your imagination, together, we will turn your home or office into a peaceful getaway. For a free consultation, call 330-475-5181 or contact us by email at customdesignaqua@gmail.com. Once again, that is customdesignaqua@gmail.com. Mention this podcast and get 5% off. Y'all already know what it is. Every week I be on it, and y'all know what it is. I love me some pizza, y'all, and I got the best place for you. Twisted Tomato Pizzeria, y'all. They got 3 locations and 1 on the way. First location is in Cuyahoga Falls. That's 1909 Bailey Road, Cuyahoga Falls. Their phone number is 330-928-2222. They got another location in downtown Akron across the street from Rubber Duck Stadium. That address is 325 South Main Street, Akron. Their phone number is 330-849-5707. And the newest location has been there for about 4 months already, but that is at 3031 Graham Road, Stowe, Ohio. Their phone number is 330-673-9410. The thing I love about the downtown location has to be the beer wall. And the reason why I say I love it because it reminds me of Dave & Buster's, y'all, because they got 36 glorious taps of wine, ales, IPAs, whatever you can think of is on that wall. You go in there, you put money on the card, you walk up to the taps and you put the card against it and you pour as much beer as your heart desires. I mean, it's just so good. When it hits your lips, it's just so good. But drink responsibly. Another thing I love about Twisted Tomato Pizzeria is they cater to your taste buds. And what I mean by that is whatever you order, they make sure your order is right. Listen, that is rare from any restaurant nowadays, but they be on point. I'm a cheeseless type of dude, so I always order anything I get. No cheese, extra sauce, and all the toppings, right? And it's always so good. And that first bite, I'll be like, bitch. Like, it's just that delicious. I'm telling you. So when you check out Twisted Tomato Pizzeria, always think of what I said, because you go take that first bite and you go be like, bitch. Like, SB was right. He was right. It is so delicious. So make sure you check them out. They are the official sponsor of Just Therapy, the podcast. So when you mention us, you get a 10% discount. I said it, 10% discount. Money off your food, y'all. So make sure you check it out. Twisted Tomato Pizzeria. If it's pizza, it's possible. Yes, 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 indeed. Yes. And as always, we got some shameless plugs. Don't forget the last Thursday of every month, go check out Revival of the Mic by the Sisters of Poetry and Sisters of the Couch. Matter of fact, Medusa, Concrete Rose, Ebony Red Soul, and Miss West, and so much more. It's always a great vibe. Please go check them out. $10 entry, last Thursday of the month. Doors open at 6, show from 7 to 10. It's a great vibe. Go check it out. Also, coming up, y'all know what's coming up in May, Reggae Fest Cleveland. Make sure you go check out that vibe. May 25th, Saturday, May 26th, Sunday. Check out reggaefestcleveland.com for your whole entire lineup. But one of our own, our co-host, Miss BBC, will be starting off the festivities on Saturday at 12. Make sure you go check her out with a whole slew of great reggae artists. And then on May 26th, Sunday, a friend of the couch was on the couch. Milton Blake will be in that second slot. Make sure you go check out the vibe. I'm telling you, Reggae Fest Cleveland, something you don't want to miss. Go check it out. Check out the vibe. Reggae Fest Cleveland. Check it out, y'all. And we are back. Like, I got rid of sound effects. I had a soundboard on my phone, but I just got rid of it. I was tired of switching back and forth and all that shit. But we are back, y'all. Let's get into it. Our first topic on the docket today is what was it? I gotta do. Oh, your thoughts. Listen, listen. This shit is crazy, y'all. So I don't know if y'all been watching the news or social media, but this woman, this mother, got arrested for. You know what? Y'all know me. If I got a video, I'd rather play the video. And y'all know I got a video. Check it out.
A mother is in jail after police say her daughter helped to wax clients at a waxing studio. Memphis police say that child was only 5 years old. Investigators charged Jasmine Moss with child neglect. Police say last week they got several calls about disturbing images involving a young girl on social media. Memphis police say those images were on Moss's Instagram, which she uses to promote her hair removal services. She claims on the post her daughter waxed 24 clients for more than 8 hours, making more than $700. Moss is now charged with child abuse and neglect, and she is expected in court tomorrow.
Yep, y'all heard it. She got charged for child endangerment for letting her 5-year-old daughter wax clients. And they said wax. I don't think y'all understand this. Brazilian wax clients. So she was in between legs of grown ass woman waxing that was pulling off the little wax thing and pulling the hair off on people's vajayjays. And she got charged with it. What's your thoughts on it before I chime in on it? Because like I think I'm gonna go ahead and chime in first. So listen, I think that is totally disgusting. I understand teaching your kids a hustle early, understand it. But a Brazilian wax hustle, you gotta wait at least until they 17, 18 to help you with that family business of taking hair off of people's cooters. Like, come on, man. 5 years old, you got her taking like the porcupine hairs off of the JJ. Like, I think that's just too much. And she got charged for neglect, child neglect. Y'all, what's y'all thoughts on that? I gotta hear it. Because y'all two ladies, what's y'all thoughts on that?
You want to start?
Go,
Miss BBC, are
you go first. You go first.
you want me to go first?
I mean, you're a lieutenant. You're a lieutenant, right?
Sergeant.
Sergeant. Yeah.
But what I'm gonna say about that is, and I'm gonna make this relatable. I have a 3-year-old grandbaby. Okay, she's very impressionable. She's like a sponge. Okay,
Yep.
she's very smart for a 3-year-old. Her vocabulary is very advanced. She says things sometimes, and I'm like, like what does a 3-year-old know about somebody annoying you? Like, what do you know what that means to say, hey, you're annoying me? So to make this relatable, at 5, first of all, the whole that craft, you need a certificate for, right?
Yep.
You need to go to school for it. So not only that, you're introducing something to a 5-year-old child and exposing her to possible diseases.
Yep.
Like how does she even understand the magnitude of what she's doing and how she's doing it? Yes, she may have the same private parts as these women, but her mind youthfully is not prepared for such a task. And that's my take on that.
No, because they come in all shapes and sizes. You got big lips, you got no lips, you got like belly buttons, innies and outies. You got ones that look like roast beef sandwiches. I mean, that's just too much for a 5-year-old to comprehend.
Absolutely.
I ain't never been, like I said, I ain't never been in no wax. I ain't never been in no Brazilian wax, but I'm telling you, like to get the hair, like some of the lips be, kind of like, you know what I'm saying, hanging over and shit. So you got to like move the lip to get the hair. Like, that's just too much for a 5-year-old, yo.
I know some people that are estheticians that do that, and I hear some of the stories, and some of these women are not clean. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna put it out there. And the wax isn't just for the vajayjay; it goes from the back.
Booty hole.
Yes, and they're not. So to introduce something like that to a 5-year-old, I don't understand that thinking process. I don't
That's
understand,
crazy.
yeah,
That's crazy.
no, I'm not, I'm sorry. And I don't like to judge people, but I'm gonna judge that one because
Hey,
you're
this
involving a
all this
child.
our opinions, but I'm just
Yes,
saying,
yes,
Now,
yes.
here's my thoughts. Here's my thoughts. Now, I'm gonna start by this disclaimer. Um, not agreeing, not saying that I don't agree, but in different countries and cultures, kids start very young,
They do.
especially like Asia, China and stuff like that, doing a lot of the things that adults do, right? But however, even though that is true, I do feel like, and this is another part of disclaimer, the thing that mess people up so much is because you're always posting and always putting stuff out there. Like, I don't agree. I'm not saying that I agree with it. I'm just saying, had she not put that out there and put the video out and been bragging about it and this and that and the other, she would never probably not even be in jail because nobody else said anything about it. And these people allowed it to happen. So I feel like the people that allow the 5-year-old to do it also should be blamed for it.
That was my question, Chris. That you say that. If I go to get my wax and a 5-year-old walks in and is about to put that wax there and put that strip there, like, how do you even allow that? Like,
What
what is going on? Like, stop, like, immediately. Like, what is going on? First of all,
and so I feel like, yes, don't get me wrong, that is crazy for your 5-year-old to be doing. And I don't know what's it's in some of these people's mind, and people do all this stuff on social media. The worst part of me is if she was lying, trying to get clout, likes, and clicks. No, I'm not
She was
saying
not lying. There was
no. I'm not
actual
saying she was.
pictures. It was actual pictures of this little girl
Yeah,
between
I seen the video. I seen them.
his legs.
Yeah, I'm saying, but people prep stuff up to make it look like something. You know what I'm saying? Too, just for
for
likes.
likes.
So my whole thing is, even if she was like, okay, get right here, I'm gonna put my daughter right here, and I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying? It's all so stupid. And I don't like to call people stupid. I'd rather call you out your name than call you stupid. The whole point I'm trying to make is that because whatever in your mind, you're gonna tell your 5-year-old to be doing this. And good, teach her a hustle. Get her a couple of lip glosses to set up at your business to sell. Why would you have your daughter between grown women's legs or whatever like that? And then evidently you had to explain everything to her for her to even be able to do this. Now
Yes.
pushing her, and it is, our kids are growing too fast. It makes our children, all these things, they're advancing too fast. You're pushing them too fast. And like, what is her knowledge? What are you teaching her other than just this hustle? Because that's what you're doing. And why would you feel like I gotta have my 5-year-old do it or whatever? Like, what in your mind and your spirit makes you think that this is a good idea? One, then to brag about it and post about it and say this is happening. Two, then for these grown ass women to be allowing it to happen.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? 3, like, it's so many things that come with this that disturb me on a level that, other than, I get it. Hey, I need help or whatever like that, but you can hire somebody off the street to probably do it. Anything. You don't got no homegirls, no girlfriends or anything. Like, I need help because I got a lot of people that's coming. I got 25 people in a day, and I ain't gonna be able to do everybody. But a child, and this is on the verge of, and I'm mad because I feel like also y'all got trafficking and stuff going on. At least the little girl was working. I'm in that mind, but y'all not. I don't agree. I'm just saying, and the fact of, do this woman need help? Do she got mental issues? Do she got, because this is a dumb ass horrible thing. Like, I wouldn't even. Oh my God, I was scared for my little girl to even wipe herself at 5 years old. You want to make sure I'm still giving her a bath and everything. Do she know how to read a book? And I'm thinking all of these things to this. So it's disturbing because women are molesters too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what woman is thinking in her mind, I'm about to cock my legs? Or do you know, if you never, I've gotten a Brazilian, honey, you got to be cock diesel. You got to, I do yoga before I go because the lady hold my leg up so high and split me open. You got to flip on and get the, do you know how much blood I got back here? This is a lot of, this little girl opening up big.
Let me tell you, what is her conversation in school? You know,
Right.
what is the little girl's conversation in school?
This is what she do when she go to kindergarten. What'd you do this weekend? Oh, you know, I had to pull some lips back and put some stuff on there to pull the hair off. I was doing Brazilian waxes, and then there was one that was like a flying squirrel. I swear, if she like jump off a building and grab her lips, and she can glide for about 30 feet and just be wee. Like that's just too much. Like, cause you literally, like
Too
I said, they come in all shapes and sizes. Like, so you gotta, like, some of them do like lean to the side. So you gonna have to move it straight to put the sticky stuff there to pull it off. Like,
You gotta rub your hand. You're rubbing that stuff on there. You're in there. You're opening up. You have to do all those things. How do you teach a child to do that?
and all that. And then the way I think about it, that to me that was child labor because that was free child labor. So you know she didn't get that $700 to herself. You know her mom got it.
Yeah.
Even if she bought her some clothes, that still wasn't $700 worth. Even if she
But
bought
what is she
food,
doing? Is she putting
$700.
her daughter in one room and allowing her to wax, and she in another room doing it, or is she monitoring the child? Like, what? How was this whole setup done? It's
I don't know.
Just disturbing.
She deserved those charges. I'll tell you that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, you don't lost so much of your life. You lost your business, integrity, people looking at you, your child. Who is taking care of the child now? You know what I'm saying? We don't know, is the child being put in custody? I mean, foster care or whatever like that. You don't know if she's going to be
Children Family Services, absolutely, because now they're looking at you. And then let's go back to what you said earlier, Miss BBC. You know, a lot of people like to do stuff for clicks and likes, right? So if you did this for clicks and likes, you clicked and liked your ass right to jail, and now you got a case, and now you got a child endangerment. If you don't win this case, you lose your damn daughter for a long time, and then what? Then she got to raise up in foster care or with family members or whatnot because you wanted to get free child labor or some dumbass clicks. Like, it just don't make no sense. It don't make no sense.
The whole thing doesn't make sense
at all. And then like the funk sometimes, like the funk, funk the side, like that, So my girl Lisa, listen, like that's hilarious. She said, I won't even let my kids paint my nails. And I was thinking that earlier, like if you want to get her on a side hustle, make sure she can paint and like color in the lines and let her paint some nails for free. You know what I'm saying? Like there might be a little paint on your fingernail, on your fingers, but at least you get to do something while the client is waiting for them to get, their service done. But let them be in between the legs. Like, come on, that's just too much.
Way too much.
Way too much. She deserved every single charge she got doing that bullshit.
And get her some help.
Weird shit.
Get her some help. All right. All right, let's keep it moving. Miss BBC, the topic is outing somebody on the DL. What's going on with that?
Right. So my topic, would you expose, let's say you had family or friend and you're out and about, you're at a club or whatever, and you see your friend or family member's spouse doing some gay shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like real serious, and not even just at a club. Like you see them, you at a hotel, you on vacation, or and you see your brother's wife with another woman and they French kissing and they doing very, very, intimate things with each other and or men, you know what I'm saying? But I like to point out that women be on the DL too. And would you expose them? Would you tell your family member and or friend that you saw their spouse or significant other or partner doing some gay shit?
So let me chime in first on this one. So it was because like when you sent me the topic, it was like a big paragraph.
It was not
First
that
off,
big.
it was like a big paragraph. But either way, so as a man, right, it's gonna be hard to catch one of my friends or whatever doing something on the DL because I'm not in the room with them. So like if you see them at a bar with somebody and you don't see them kiss or hold hands or anything, because like we do the bro hug all the time, the dap and the half
Yeah.
hug, you know what I'm saying, or even full hugs, you know what I'm
Well,
saying?
not
Like
even just in the club, on vacation. You know what I'm saying?
so it would take a lot to catch somebody on vacation. Like we in the same vacation spot, rare. But if it happened, like I like be like you're asking, do I tell the wife?
No, I'm
Do I talk
saying,
to them?
dude, if your family member, so it's your family member's husband and or wife, right? So it's like your friend or family member, and you see, like, let's say you were on vacation and your brother's wife just happened to be in Jamaica, just hypothetically. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know she in Jamaica, and she don't know you in Jamaica, right? And then you see her on the side of the, resort, and she laying up with some chick outside because
I'm
they got
telling.
these. Huh?
I'm telling because it's my brother. I know my brother is my favorite brother. So
Yeah.
I'm telling, I'm calling. Hey,
Yeah.
we in Jamaica. Here go pictures right here. Unless y'all doing threesomes and you don't know nothing about this, I'm telling.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
telling. Because the first thing I'm gonna ask, y'all been doing threesomes lately? Oh, okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna stay out of it. But when you say no, we haven't, nigga. Here go pictures. What they doing? Like what's going on? Like, first off, no, not at all. Not on my watch. And like, say if I seen like my little cousin, I consider her my little sister, right? Say if I seen her husband out with a dude and I seen them kiss, I'm telling, I'm bringing receipts. That's not. And then I'm gonna walk up on him. What's up, man? How you doing? What you doing? What's going on? Like, hey, yo, like I seen you kiss him, motherfucker. You know what I'm telling? Like, flat
Oh
out,
my
like
God.
busting them out like that. Like, what you doing, dog? Like, you what? Like, you better tell
Right.
me. Your
Okay.
cousin, you
Okay.
better not stick your
I'm
thing back
actually
in there
shocked by your
after
answer.
you've been up in that. After you've been up in that booty hole, like, don't be doing that. Don't cross contaminate nothing. Not on my little sister. You know what I'm saying? Flat out. Like, I'm telling, I'm calling, I'm receipts, all that.
Oh,
But if it's just a friend, I'm staying out their business. You know what I'm saying? Like, say if I seen my brother, hypothetically, because it'll never happen, I'll see him with another dude. And I'll be like, nigga, that's how you get down? Oh, okay, cool. All right, I can say shit, like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like if I seen my little cousin, and I seen her with another, oh, that's how you get down? All right, I ain't saying shit. But if it's the other way around, it's going down. I'm telling. What you mean?
you are you see what I have to deal with, Stephanie? He is the best. He goes booty holes. Oh, jeez, Louise. Actually, I'm shocked by your answer. I thought you were gonna be like, it ain't none of my business. But no, you actually shocked me, and I love that. Thank you. Because you're very unpredictable sometimes.
No, because you
Stephanie,
gave me the scenario if I seen my brother's wife. Oh, I'm telling. So I'm
yeah,
like, I seen my little sister's husband. I'm telling. But if I
yeah,
seen that,
yeah,
oh, that's how you get down. Oh, okay, cool, whatever. I ain't saying shit.
yeah. That's funny. What about you, Stephanie?
Um I'm a lot like Sean. Like if it's like my brother or a close family member or something like that, I would kind of break it in a way because you never know what people are into. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And I
It's
feel like
true.
it's really not your business. Like people, you get down how you get down. I don't have any qualms with that. You're adults and you're adulting and doing adult things together, and it's considered. Hey, you're not hurting nobody. It don't matter to me. But I think if it was like one of my family members, I would like how he bought it. He was like, "Hey, do you guys, break
Yeah.
it that way?" And if it's
Yep.
a yes,
I'm
okay,
asking.
that way. But if it's a no, then because it's someone that I truly love. But then I would also think too, like some people in relationships, and I'm not saying all relationships like that. There's got to be some kind of signs or something. Like
you would
you
think.
like, are you not that into your partner that you have no idea. You know, you hear these stories all the time where, you know, these women are totally clueless or the men are totally clueless. No, there's got to be some sign somewhere or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
So, you know, you gotta kind of know, you know, your partner
yeah,
and what's going on. So
Absolutely.
yeah, I kind of agree. I agree with Sean. I would
Hey,
I agree with Sean. You know, if it's somebody that maybe I just know in passing and I seen, you know, who that, well, okay, that's none of my business, right? But if it's somebody that I love, then yeah.
yeah. Now,
what
me
says you,
personally,
Miss BBC?
I'm not telling. Now, and let me tell you why. So here's my thing.
Either way, even if it's somebody you like love, you
Either way, I'm not going to tell you. But what my sister taught me when we were younger, well, just like, okay, I have a reason why I wouldn't tell, because in some cases, you know what I'm saying, even in family members, when you tell them, because women have women intuition, sometimes we look over the things that we know, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, because people just want to be with people or whatever like that. But like you said, you got a feeling, or like, if your
Yeah.
dude always turning up his ass and want you to do stuff, or I mean, and it's hard because I'm, being an intimacy consultant, the male G spot here. Anyway, but if he always just doing, like, you see him sometimes watching men, all kind of, whatever, something. But I had a situation where I told before, right? And it was a real serious situation where it was like, and they jumped me. They jumped me. And then they stayed together. When I told, she was all like, oh my God, thank you for being. And the dude ran up on me like, yeah. And then she told him that I told her. And he ran up on me like, clocked me, took me to the 12th, dropped me off on the 7th. You know what I'm saying? Then, I've gotten over on him, pulled my stuff, whatever like that. She jumped in like, and it was a whole vibe or whatever. They end up jumping me.
that's not a vibe. That's not a vibe.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, they end up staying together or whatever like that. And then I lost a family member. So boom. My sister told me, next time when you're out and about, and if you see something, be like, girl, come. And now we got video or whatever like that. Like, girl, come out. I'm out by myself or whatever like that. I just don't, and if you're out, invite that person out. That way you ain't said nothing. They seen it on their own or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen like things like, men and women. Like, I seen a man, I was just talking about this with somebody. I seen a man give another man a shotgun. And a shotgun is when you turn it around, the fire around in your mouth,
Yeah.
and put it
Yeah.
in there and blow it in the, you know what I'm saying? To me, I was just like, oh,
No,
okay.
so listen. When we was younger, we used to give people shotguns, but we wasn't that damn close.
This is a grown ass man. These were grown men.
You still don't you still be like this far away. You still be like this far away.
No. After they did it, listen to the
That just
story.
don't look right.
No, it doesn't look right. And then after they did it, he blew the smoke back in the dude's mouth.
Yeah, that's different.
Okay, so no,
you ain't say all
you know
that.
what I'm
You
saying?
just said a shotgun. You just
It was not like, it was like boom, shotgun, and then he like there, and then he took it out, and he was like,
no, that's too much. Too much. That's too much.
No,
Well,
I know what I saw.
Can I ask you something, since you're not telling? So you saw your sister's dude getting done by another dude?
Huh? I didn't say sister. Did I say sister?
Yeah.
I said family member.
You said sister and her dude.
I said family member.
You said, Stephanie, back me up here.
You did.
I said sister. Damn. Okay.
So you said sister. So her dude was messing with another dude?
Yeah.
Shit. And then he beat you up for like telling? Like,
They jumped me.
Oh yeah. See, that's some bullshit. Like, I'm taking
so
pictures. But I'm like I said, I'm asking questions before I start taking pictures and making sure.
Yeah, no, I didn't take pictures or anything. I just was like, yo, boom. And here's the thing. At the end of the day, I feel like people should know, because diseases are so high out here now, and you don't know what's going on or whatever like that. But some people already know, and some people keep quiet. There are people that know that their spouse cheat on them, especially older people, older women, they know, and they be like, don't tell me, because he act better now that he got this side chick or whatever like that. So, you know, but I don't know. I don't think I want to tell. I don't think I'm telling.
Couchers, chime in on that while we go to the next subject though. But chime in if you go out your person for being on the DL. Like I said, I'm asking questions first. Like y'all doing threesomes, like, you know, or you letting them get down with another dude, like y'all doing threesomes with dudes, like, you know, I'm gonna ask some questions. Then when they say no, like, oh, okay. Let me send you these pictures real quick. Snap.
You know, and you know what's crazy too? Some women, like when women ask for threesomes, you know, most women not gonna ask for a threesome because women have a very jealous nature. All people do, but women are more intense.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like men should know by then if they be like, oh, we should bring a girl in, because some women think because they have a threesome and they're with their man, they're still not bi or whatever like that. They just think, oh, I want to pleasure my man. So I think that if women ask that, you know, sometimes a man should know that it's a chance.
If you partaking and moving me out the way to eat it, like, you know, yeah, you buy it, motherfucker. Like, you want to take
Yeah. So everybody got their vibes. I will do what you do. I don't care. Long as you're a good person, long as you love people, long as you treat people nice, you're not a child molester or a rapist or anything like that. I be you, but I just think be protective, you know what I'm saying? Be honest about being you. That's my whole vibe.
Yeah.
You know,
Stephanie,
even with your spouse.
what did you get yourself into jumping on the show today, huh? These topics is crazy, huh?
All right. So, you know, hey, you know, it's all in good. That's okay.
Hey, life with a comedy twist. We talk
Yes.
about some real shit on here.
Yes,
All right, let me
yes.
get to my favorite subject. Crazy, funny, fucked up news. Yeah. So this week in crazy, funny, fucked up news, we talking about it, y'all. We talking about it. I know I put the topic in there, but I'm switching it just to crazy, funny, fucked up news because this shit is all of that and then some. Gender label. Let's play the video.
Schools are going to be banned from letting pupils change gender if their parents oppose it in new guidance from Rishi Sunak. This, by the way, as a teacher basically told a student she had to go to a different school after she discussed whether or not a girl could or could not identify as a, wait for it, a cat. This, as it emerges, that teachers are allowing pupils to identify as a dinosaur, a horse, or even the moon, and say, yes, we'll completely accept that and we will treat that as if it's completely normal and has meaning, as opposed to completely insane and a child perhaps either having a laugh or perhaps needing severe help. Well, let's talk to Miriam Cates. She's a Conservative MP. She's also a member of the Education Select Committee and has been one of the people bravely speaking out on these issues for a number of years. Good morning to you, Miriam.
Good morning, Julia.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now, these are the sort of things, we see these stories, they appear online, they're on social media, and you sort of look at these and think, oh, God, these people are mad. And everyone has a bit of a chuckle because it is so crazy, and it's the sort of thing, you know, you would laugh about as a parent. Oh, God, do you remember when little Johnny used to think that he was a dinosaur? That's funny. That used to mean a kid liking having a dinosaur costume or wearing a Spider-Man costume or a little, a little child thinking they were a fairy because they had a tutu, I think. But we're talking about here teachers and schools basically affirming children's fantasies, games, or sometimes serious delusions. This is actually much more serious than a lot of people think, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think it's worth saying in that Telegraph article where they report about the girl who thinks she's a cat, they do say that there's been a lot of hype and it's not quite clear how widespread this belief of children being animals is. So I think we should say that. But clearly there are some obvious evidence cases that are in that. And then more widely, we know there are thousands of children who are identifying as the opposite gender to their birth sex. What's gone wrong? As you say, all children play, all children role play. It's a really important part of growing up. It's a part of forming empathy. It's fun. Children pretend to be the opposite sex. They pretend to be animals. They pretend to be, characters from history and movies and things like that. But the role of a parent and teacher is to say, that's great, but it's not real, don't you? Or if the child asks the question, is it real? No, it's not real, but it's great. You have fun. And I think we've got into a serious problems as a society, really, where we're frightened to say no to children or to tell children the truth. And the later you leave it to tell a child the truth, the more you allow them to believe the lie, the more damaging the consequences later on when they do come into conflict with reality. And like you say, it is, it's hard to believe that this is happening.
I know. I mean, that's the thing. People think we've been...
Listen.
I'm sick of it.
this has been going around for a while, and that's why I found that news clip. And she broke it down so eloquently.
Yes.
For the simple fact of, yes, you want them to have imagination. Yes. But you still got to reaffirm that that's not real. Like
Yes.
kids in the schools talking about I'm a cat and licking their hands.
Yes.
Acting the whole class because they keep licking their hands and come out, they my paws and all that. Stop with the bullshit, y'all.
Stop. That teacher.
We want the kids to be kids. I get that, and have imagination. I get that, but enough is enough. You can't sit here talking about, I can't go to the bathroom. I got to bring my litter box in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Litter box. Like, come on. When is enough with the gender stuff? Like, I understand you identify as this and you identify that, but when you go into animals and all that, so when the kid go to the school and say I identify as a dog and bite the shit out of a kid and then won't let go like a pit bull, then what do you do?
Right.
Yeah.
Put them to sleep.
Because that's the second time you bit somebody in the real world.
Because that's what you would do with a dog.
You bite somebody the second time, you getting put to damn sleep. So,
and it's just what I'm saying. You see that teacher that got fired because the little girl said she identified as a verb. Now, here's the thing: when you say you identify animals, that don't have anything to do with gender at this point.
No,
so it's not gender.
You're no longer human.
Yeah. So here, and this is what a teacher got fired because the little girl said she identifies as a bird. She's like, oh no, wait, that's not how I did gender identifying work. The little girl went home and told her mother. The mother, oh my God, protested, did all this stuff, and supposedly got this teacher fired. My thing is, okay, parents, all this liberal, all this BS or whatever, like, stop that. These are people with mental issues, and they live vicariously through their children, or whatever like that. And now allowing them to do, imagination is so good. Imagination builds character. Yeah. But when you start talking about identifying, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't realize how serious this is. And now social media and all these effects are making kids think, oh, I'm gay, or I'm a woman, or I'm a boy. And people, they jump onto different shit because people follow the trends. It's, you know what I'm saying? And regardless of the fact that you do feel like this, like if you're honestly like, I am a gay person or whatever like that, but you don't hear people saying that, gay people or whatever like that, especially the older people, whatever. Some people don't even do labels. It is the people that just like trying to be a part of something. Or I need to be seen. I identify as, so what? You know what I'm saying? You suck, you buck, you lick, you cock. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. People been doing what they do before the Bible. All of this is all that. So you get to the point you're talking about animals now, and you're bringing litter boxes to school, and they licking milk out of a bowl or whatever like that. What mental disorder do you have as a parent? You know what I'm saying? I don't even like when parents say, oh, he won't eat dinner unless I give him his boo bowl. If I give him an orange bowl, he won't eat. Guess what? Your ass won't eat. I bet your blood clot starve. You know what I'm saying? Like, you won't eat. You better get this damn paper plate. I'm not about to be washing dishes all damn day. All that. It's like we put all of this stuff and we don't became. So where's Nana? Where's Big Mama? That'll snatch you up. Go get a switch.
Oh, yeah.
A wet towel. Sit your ass down. Like, stop being your kid's friend. Or I just want to say, I can't say no to him or whatever like that. Okay, guess what? Don't let me be in the room because I'm going to say that shit. Like, sit down.
Stephanie, what do you think on this one?
Imagination for me, for a child, was playing with your Barbie dolls, and talking with your Barbie dolls. Yep. And that was imagination for me. Or you had your little, your favorite stuffed animal that, went with you everywhere. To me, that is the imagination, or imagining that, just the things that we did as kids. Imagine as you growing up, what you were going to be when you go. Now it's like, you are really testing the waters with the fine line of what is just the mental stability with people, because we're human. How do you go from being human to an animal and truly believing that this is what you identify as? You are a human.
Yeah.
So And I truly believe in letting people live and let live and live and people, but the most disturbing part for me is we're involving these children. Now, if you're a grown ass man and you say you want to define yourself as a horse or a duck or whatever you want to do, and that's how you want to walk around, that God bless you. But if you're rearing these children up to think that this is normal, like it's almost like there's no sense of normalcy anymore.
Yeah,
Everything is there's no normal. You can't say people are, well, what's normal? What's normal? What makes you
yeah,
think that that's normal? And it's normal. That's the way we were born. We were born to be this or that. And for, what we see now, if you want to, I mean, we're confusing the heck out of these children. That's that's
yeah,
that's all I can say about it. And think about it. 20 years, that's going to be our future. So
yeah,
what is humanity going to look like in 20 years, right?
yeah,
You're going to have
So
these hybrid people, walking around in
yeah,
cat
absolutely.
suits, dog suits, because this is what they've been identifying it as since they've been 5 years old. Like,
Right, right. And
I
when you
don't.
think about it, like nobody's normal. Like we know no one's
No
normal,
one's,
but
yeah. What does
as
normal mean?
far as the identifying as a animal, like that's to me, that's just taking it too far. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go in there and be like, I'm a motherfucking elephant. Like, come on, man. Like, give me some peanuts. Like, come on, man. Like, that's just a little
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
Like, next thing you know, I'm identify as the flying squirrel and just be going around like doing all that. Like, no, man, that's too much.
Yeah.
That's too
Yeah.
much.
But as an adult, like I said, if you feel like that's what you want to walk around in that day, you can walk around with a Spider-Man and Superman suit everywhere if you want to.
Yeah.
People gonna look at you. But then at the same time, again, we're putting this stuff in schools,
Mhm.
yeah,
impressionable children. So that's the thing for me. It's the
yeah.
children.
We got to
Absolutely.
stop and not wanting to tell the children no, not wanting to say
Yeah.
this is not right because it's a way to break it down to children. Well,
Yeah.
the way that you can be a cat is only if mommy and daddy was a cat, but cats come from mommy and daddy cats, not human.
Humans.
It's a voice that really speak to your cat, or if you rough, or if you however you go, you know what I'm saying. But be like that because then don't induce mental um disorders, or
Yes.
issues within your child by
Confusion.
allowing this behavior. You're
Right.
Yes.
inducing something
Yep. Yep.
inside of them,
You're
and then
encouraging it. You're encouraging
it's
it.
hard, it's
Yeah.
hard enough to be a kid in school already. It's hard enough getting picked with and being talked about or whatever.
Yeah.
Kids are already cruel, and now you're allowing. Oh, we're liberals. We're liberal. That liberal does not mean that that
Yeah.
stupid shit. It means that
Right.
you're like we accept for people for who they are
Yeah.
originally, but not, oh, we're liberal, so our kid can go and lick the floor and scratch up the couch and do, stupid shit like that. Shit
Right.
outside. Oh, they're dogs, so we let them shit outside and then we
No,
clean it
that's
up.
too much. That's too much. Because,
Too much.
like, I mean, I got a daughter, and of course, when they talk about cats and dogs, of course you play like, Daddy, I'm a cat, meow. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's funny, but like, then it would stop. Like,
Yeah.
damn cat.
Imagination.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just imagination.
Imagination, not I am truly, this is who I am.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, Daddy, I'm a cat, or I'm a dog. We're from. Like, all right, but
Yeah.
that was as far as it went. She not going to school talking about I'm about to bite this little motherfucker because I'm a pit bull. Like, no,
Right.
just
Right.
definitely. Well, that was your this week's crazy, funny, fucked up news. Yeah. Oh yeah, you already know what it is. So listen, Stephanie, give your social medias one more time before we get out of here, so people can find you and take a
Yes.
class and get all into the good stuff.
Sure. I also want to make an announcement. My social medias are on Instagram, it's Miss Beyond Basics Fit. And on Facebook is Stephanie Murphy. And on TikTok, it's also Miss Beyond Basics Fit. I want to invite you all out too. We have a big event coming up on March 23rd from 2 to 6 p.m. at the Vault. It's the Black March Madness. So come on out. What it is we're basically pairing up male, female. So it will be myself and Judge Dawson together. We're going to open up the whole event with getting you guys settled in with some sound bowls and some breathing and some meditation before all the other madness starts. Okay, so we got all kinds of the best fitness professionals that are coming out that day. So come on out. Early bird tickets are $25. You can, after the early bird is up, I think in another 2 weeks, the tickets go up to $30. We're going to have
Yeah,
vendors there. So it's going to be an awesome, awesome event. So come on out for that.
I am actually vending on that event. I've already got my stuff set up and everything, so I will be there. I will send a flyer over to Sean as well, so he can, if he wants to come through.
Awesome.
Um,
Yes. And also
Nice.
come on out. You guys come out, visit me again at the yoga room, 2026 Murray Hill Road. I'm there on on Sundays at 11 a.m. And I'm also there every Tuesday, every first and third Tuesday. We have Taboga. And every second and fourth Tuesday, it's a vibe yoga. So come on out, check me out for a class.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, is that Miss Beyond Fit MS or MISS?
It's MS. It's MSBEYONDBASICSFIT, Miss Beyond Basics Fit.
All right. And y'all already know what it is. It's time for that close, y'all. Y'all already know what we do. It's the close, something you can ponder on until the next time you see us live on YouTube under Just Therapy the podcast or Facebook, or hear us next day on Spotify. So tonight's close, something you can ponder on until the next time, y'all. Here we go. So Stephanie, break this down for us. I'm gonna give you a quote and then you break it down in your own words. You ready?
All right.
All right, here we go. Not everything you carry needs to be carried.
Ooh, that is so true.
All right, here we go. One more time. Not everything you carry needs to be carried.
That
Put it down
means,
for us in your own words.
hey, you may encounter something that hits you in a certain way, but that doesn't mean you got to absorb that vibe. Let it go. If it doesn't settle into your psyche or your personality, your soul, if it doesn't fit, then you let it go.
Hey,
absolutely.
There we go. The moment.
I love it.
Thank you so much, Stephanie, for coming to the couch. We definitely enjoyed you. It was a great show. I had fun. I had a lot of laughs. So thank you so much for coming to the couch. Welcome back anytime you want to come to the couch. I promise.
Thank you. I had a great time. Thank you for having me.
No problem.
Bye-bye.
Also, I'll hit you up so I can come take a session of the yoga. I definitely got to come in on that. Yes. All right, Ms. B.
I love you,
before we get out of here.
If no one has told you today, I love you, I believe in you, and I want you all to win.
Hey, there you go. And as always, listen, we'll see you.
Look at the hearts.
I like that. How you do that?
How you do that?
You just came in the hearts. I love it.
Oh, that was cute.
That's dope.
I didn't know it does that. The hearts pop up, but there they go.
Hey, yeah,
that's cute.
I love it. That's what's up. Thank you so much for coming to the couch. And as y'all know, we will see y'all next week, God willing. But as always, something you can never get back is time. And I want to thank you for spending your time with us on the couch. So listen, we'll see y'all next week, God willing. Until next week, y'all be blessed. We out. Thank you so much. We'll
blessings.
We out.
Bye-bye. See you.
MICAH Beats.
Oh, real quick. Sorry, she bounced off. So I want to give flowers to my damn computer today for not freezing up like it always has the last 4 weeks. So my computer getting flowers this week. We'll see you next week. God willing, we out, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Welcome to Just Therapy, where we talk about life with a comedy twist. With your hosts, comedian Sean Boyd, Antonio Ferguson, and Miss KT. We talk about a whole bunch of shit from politics to people actually taking shits. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the therapy session. Man, this be dope. Make a motherfucker want to rap. I can't rap, man. Hold on, here we go. I can't rap. I really can't. But come sit down on the couch with us. Man, I can't rap. Come to the couch.
Enjoy the show. Let's go.